the trash people again. It's
Let
called
me
Time for
just
Time.
introduce this. Okay. So we are now live and we're discussing The Walking Dead Season 8, Episode 6, The King, the Widow, and Rick. And we were just kind of having a little discussion about why Ezekiel and Maggie had like titles, but Rick is just Rick.
Because he's Rick?
Yeah, but he's more than that. I don't know.
I mean, he was called the leader by, what was it, Gareth.
Yeah, the ringleader.
But that seems kind of silly. The king, the widow, and the leader.
Yeah.
No,
That's why I said
ringleader.
Rick.
That's not what
Ringleader.
I'm calling him anyway, so Negan just
What
calls
else?
him Rick.
An asshole. All the time. Which is ironic.
Yeah.
So did
I
you
don't know. I'd
guys
rather be
enjoy
called
the
that many. So.
Did you guys enjoy the episode?
No.
Okay.
I thought it was pretty good.
I did not like it at all.
I'm happy that Michonne had something to do. I just hate that Rick has to be, shut off into a container for her to do something. And I hate that she didn't lock the door and let Rosita get in that car with her. Like, Michonne, you know better than that. She was slipping last night.
But wasn't Michonne not even going for Rick? No. She was going to physically look at the sanctuary.
She was going for some nonsense. That's why she wanted to go look at something Rick took pictures of. Like, girl, wait for your man to get home. You can see.
You know what? That's
exactly.
You're right. That's exactly what I was saying. This should be called all out shenanigans because this is not war. This is
all
just
out
silly
nonsense.
stuff.
Yeah.
Like, what are you guys doing? He goes back to the dirty people, the trash people. Really? You want to do show and tell?
I guess that was part of the plan.
Yeah, that was part of the plan.
He was the only one that stuck to it.
Right.
But part of the plan that seems really stupid.
Well, the whole plan, we still don't know what the plan is, but whatever it is, it seems ridiculous.
Exactly.
And convoluted. It's just like on one hand, I understand why nobody's listening to it, but also you all made this. Like, you all did this together, so you need to stick with what you did.
Well, this is probably bringing it back to why Rick doesn't have a title, because no one's listening to him. You've got the king, people listen to him. The widow, I mean,
Okay,
and then Rick.
Everybody's making side deals.
They shouldn't.
That makes sense.
And then Daryl and his motley crew of bandits. Really?
Daryl is not the leader. Please, him and Tara are teaming up for some dumb reason.
What are they doing? Why would you want to kill your only advantage? Y'all are so.
Because they're not letting go.
You all right over there, Jeannie?
No, I'm sorry. No, because he killed Dr. Denise.
That's fine, but you guys are in the middle of a war.
And they dog food.
You can't kill your one advantage in the middle of the war.
Wasn't it because it felt like he betrayed them because the stuff wasn't where they thought it was? Or where
They
he
know
said it
damn
was
well he didn't. They're just making excuses.
Okay, that's a good point.
Okay.
Good, Kay. I forgot about that.
They're so.
I mean, I still think it's stupid to go after him when they have a plan not to. But I mean, I guess that reasoning kind of. I mean, it makes sense in that why they would want to kill him, but it doesn't make sense that they would actually do it.
Right.
Exactly. Prematurely. Like, I want to be the one that shoots them. Me too. But okay, yeah, really? Tag team? Really?
How about we both do? What? Shut up. Oh my God. I was so mad about you.
Okay, this is my greatest fear. I don't want them to do a backstory on how Michonne left Alexandria driving and how Rosita was driving when they came back to him after the commercial break. I don't want a backstory on that.
I would like to know why. Because that was so random.
Just tell us.
What kind of continuity is this?
Exactly. Well, go on.
That was so random.
I mean, I guess it was to show a passage of time that, like, they had been driving so much and got tired.
Hey,
I don't know.
Smart. I didn't think about that. I was like, why?
But
I even say why.
How far could they have gone? Like, you can't drive for an hour? Someone's arm cramped up. We might need a backstory.
I mean, apparently she's just not on point anymore because she was getting her ass handed to her.
You know why? Because she just got beat up and she should have been sitting at home.
Oh my
And according to Michonne, didn't she say it had been like a day and a half that passed when she just got antsy pants like
She got
that?
real antsy.
Yeah, a day and a half since they
Really?
left. I don't know
A
how
day and a
long it's
half?
been since the fight, but yeah, they left a day and a half ago.
Right.
I just couldn't sit there counting the minutes. Yes, you could
Girl, go watch a
take
movie.
ibuprofen or something. What is
Go
wrong
read a
with
book. Are
you?
you serious right
I
now?
know they still got. Never mind.
And then once she
What were you
leaves,
gonna say?
Carl's playing in the
That
forest
stuff
too.
with
We're
the
not even
stairs.
out watching Carl again. He go loose in the forest, picking up people.
Who gave him
No,
recruiting?
she could have been watching Carl.
I'm really confused. Who said he could be out here
Why
recruiting
should
people?
anybody be watching Carl?
Where's Judith?
Seriously, why should anybody be watching Carl?
Because he's out here recruiting people, and who let him do that? We don't trust your judgment. We just started letting you at the house. I'm scared.
Don't do that. Yeah.
I don't, but
I mean,
I don't.
isn't he supposed to be like
Hold on,
protecting
like
Alexandria?
Nobody
Yeah.
is protecting Alexandria. That's the whole point
At
of this.
this point, I already see Carl as like he's not a child
Yep.
anymore.
Once
I mean,
again.
it was.
Well, I mean, yeah, his voice
when
has
he
definitely
went.
gotten deeper, and he's like trying to grow a beard.
Nuh-uh.
Well, I just thought that, with the whole going to the sanctuary and trying to kill whoever, Negan, which didn't really transpire. I just
Which made him
see
cry.
him as like going and doing his own thing. Like he probably left word with people and I'm gonna go
So
out.
everybody's gone. Is everybody gone from Alexandria?
Who is there except for Scott and Tobin?
Judith.
No, there's just extras. You think that there are people there, but you just don't see them. They're irrelevant.
Well, yeah, I mean
but
people that we know. I mean people that we
Tobin is
care.
on
Nobody
watch.
that can actually
Tobin is on
protect.
They're gonna
And
come back to
Alexandria
Alexandria,
City.
and it's gonna be blown up.
Quite possibly.
Like I feel like that's the only
Everyone's
reason they did
gone.
all this. They had to get everybody away from Alexandria, just like with season 6, and something terrible's about to happen.
Oh,
Because that's what they do when they need to contrive some reason for something terrible.
Yeah,
they make everybody act stupid.
Yeah. So then
Well, there's
Rosita
just too
tells
many.
Michonne,
There's
you
too
should
many
be sitting-
characters, though. There's just way too many. This is like
Not
the
enough
first
to
show I've
stay in
ever watched
Alexandria,
where there's just too many people, and you just don't know what they're all doing.
It's
Like-
a lot of moving parts. Yeah,
I
it is.
feel like Game of Thrones has this many characters and not this many problems.
Yeah. But like we said, it's not just because you have a lot of moving parts, but even when they have a game plan, they all go against it and do what the hell they want to do when they want to do it.
Well, the problem is
It's
that
crazy.
they're trying to focus more on the plot than actually the characters themselves,
Right.
and it's confusing us.
Which means it's not true.
It's making
to
for bad
characters
writing.
when they're doing.
Yeah. Because they make the characters do whatever they want them to do, even if it doesn't make sense, Michonne.
So no, you don't talk about Michonne. You talk about Butterfinger Rosita. That's what you talk about.
Well, she's always been rational.
Talk about the Butterfinger. Come on.
Wait, what did?
I'm
she
like-
dropped the thing.
I'm like, what is wrong with this chick? All you had to do was hold a gun in your hand. Really?
Yeah.
That was horrible.
But it's
Then it was
all
overkill. You could have used that in the war. You're gonna kill one man with that little. You actually could have blew up the truck of speakers. You're gonna use that on one person, Rosita? Really?
That's true.
But I
Yeah,
guess it
that's
proves
good.
if you get a big enough target, she can't hit it. But really, that was a waste. That was a waste.
A big enough gun, yeah.
She. What y'all feel
Cool
about
effect,
Carol
though.
tears? Did y'all buy Carol's tears? I like them.
Oh
He was
God!
in here holding the chain. That was really sweet. I like it.
Ezekiel shall rise.
Oh,
And
yes,
I'm ready for
Yeah,
them
I
to get
mean,
past it, but I appreciate them allowing him to be human and to mourn and to have a pity party. I can respect that because people are dead. So give it some value. And everybody can't just bounce back on something like that.
So you're asking if Carol tears were real or fake?
No, I said you guys buy them because I liked them. I thought they were appropriate. She was showing her vulnerability with him and he with her. And she didn't slap him, and I like that too. It may come up eventually, but it didn't happen last night, so I was good with that.
yeah, I guess I kept waiting for her to slap him.
Me
But
too. I was like, oh, thank you for not doing that. He has a chain in his hand. Don't slap him now.
yeah,
And I love,
it does feel like they are like definitely moving in the Carzequel
yeah.
like direction.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, it was kind of romantic, but it wasn't like over the top. So
It was
they
believable.
could
I liked it.
continue.
Ezekiel's
I mean, they could
accent
continue to do like the push and pull thing with them, and
Mm-hmm.
then nothing actually happens. But if they wanted to, like, it seems like they could take something like this and make it more romantic.
Mm-hmm.
I think they'll dive right in.
And even Aaron had a little sad moment with Maggie. It was. I liked some of that stuff last night.
Aaron did have a sad moment, but he still hasn't shed any actual tears.
Hey, don't you start. Don't you start.
Okay.
Hold on, but why was he talking like Eric's been dead for like a month? Like it's been maybe a day. I don't even think it's been a day.
Ashley, it's fresh.
No,
Ashley, it
it's
was
No,
been
I
a
know
week
it's
fresh.
because it's been
fresh,
a
but
week on the show.
it's what he
I
said. He's
noticed
talking about I still
that.
think about it. I'm like, what? He just died like at lunch. Of
And
course
he
you still
still
think about
thinks
him.
about
I didn't understand that either myself. I was very confused. Like,
That was so
didn't they
funny.
just got back from
Yeah.
their little
wherever the outpost
campaign.
that
Yeah.
was? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
And I
really
like that
weird.
I like that they showed Herschel's watch. He's
Hold on.
Herschel's and Glenn's watch.
You're going too fast. Does Aaron live at Hilltop now? Did he just abandon Alexandria?
No, he
No,
was
He has the
visiting to drop off
baby.
the baby. Yeah.
I know what he
Gracie.
was supposed to be doing, but he acted like that was his house now.
He was just getting
no, because
comfortable.
he just left with
Yeah. Enid,
what's her
they
face?
on their way to do something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
did
going
not
off
go to
somewhere.
plan.
In fact, that's who's coming back to Alexandria. While Daryl and the Motley Crew of four are out,
It don't sound like he's
Well,
leaving
Aaron,
Alexandria.
I wasn't sure they were going
Enid
back
are
to
going back.
Alexandria. I don't know
Enid
where
left
they
at
were going,
Hilltop.
but maybe.
I
They're
don't
gonna
think
run into Daryl and Michonne in them.
they had something going on. Yeah, they're all gonna end up in another Lucille lineup.
Oh my god.
I hope not. That would be
No,
the
they
third one. How many times, Lucille? Really?
I'm kidding, but
I know
And I
you.
like that they mentioned Sasha, and I like that they showed Herschel's watch. I just really I like some of the sad moments, the emotional moments from last night.
I don't know. Everything just felt really stale to me. Like, it feels like we've seen all of this before. Like,
yeah,
I mean, because Aaron mentioning Eric was kind of it was just a reminder for like Maggie and Glenn. It's like we saw this and it was better last year. And like Carl going out and wandering around and finding people. Seems like we've seen that like 100 times before. And Carol and the kid, like her being mean to him, but being like, okay, come on, follow me, whatever. I just, yeah, everything feels really stale to me.
Like recycled.
Yeah.
it is.
You know what's not recycled? Jerry
What?
Bear's smoke coat. That wasn't recycled.
What?
Jerry Bear's smoke jacket. That wasn't recycled.
Oh.
I love him. I hope he can make it through the season.
I feel like he'll be fine.
You broke up what?
I feel like he'll be fine.
I don't know.
I'm with you, Kay. I'm with you.
But
They were.
I'm not even. I don't even care who dies anymore. It's like none of the stories are interesting.
Shut your face. No, you don't mean that.
I do mean it
You have
because,
to care. You have to care.
well, if they want me to care, they need to have more interesting stories, and they need to like give the characters more to do than like run around like chickens with their heads cut off.
Mm-hmm.
True.
I'm with you, Kay,
So one
because
YouTuber,
I didn't even watch it live.
one
That's the
YouTuber
Was
only
was
it
fun
saying,
the
part
first
about
time you?
watching.
Is it the first time you've not watched it live?
Well, yeah, because I'm just winded out. So I
one
so I watched
YouTuber.
it like
Oh,
I don't know. I watched it like this morning, I guess. And then even then I had to like rewind because I felt like I missed something. And then it's just like whoever is
You
doing their
didn't miss anything.
editing,
It's just
it's whoever's doing their editing, I mean like something I don't know. I felt something was missing when Rick went to the dump place and I don't know. I just felt like something was just cut off there or I don't know.
when he went to the Heapsters.
Yeah, the dump site. Like I just
Okay.
felt like
Yeah.
something was missing, like something was cut out or I don't know. Just watch it again. Maybe it's just me.
That's okay.
I
Okay.
mean, there was a
Okay.
time when I couldn't wait to watch The Walking Dead, and it was like torture to have to wait for it to download before I could see it because like everybody else was watching
Right.
live and I had to wait. But
You were missing out on something. Yeah.
now it's like I don't know, just like okay, I guess I have some time now, so I guess I should watch it. But it's just not exciting anymore.
There
Because
may be.
they're focusing most of their attention now on Fair. They're like trying to fix Fair. So they have Gimple over there working on Fair more than on The Walking Dead. Like they just I don't know.
I think
And
that's part of it, but I think also it's 8 seasons into a show that doesn't have an end in sight, and they are just like turning their wheels and hoping we stick with them. And it's rough. I'm just ready for Andy and Denai to leave so I can go.
That's a good point. That's a really good point because the numbers are, reflective of that.
Mm.
Well, I
And
mean,
one
yeah,
of
that's
the
another thing too. I am not even interested in their ratings either.
well, it's under 8. I want to say I want to say somebody I was watching was saying it was under 8, and it was I think Trev's channel that I looked at. He gave a 7 count reason. His number one reason was that after the death of Glenn, a lot of people didn't come back. And then one of the other ones was like the
But that's what we've
storyline
been
and stuff like that.
saying. We've been saying
Yeah.
that. We've been saying that uh, a lot of, especially in the Asian community that I talked to online, they said that they have stopped watching the show because of
Yeah.
Glenn's death.
Yeah. And the brutality of it and how they, forced us to wait and all that. So
I mean, after 8 seasons, you're not going to have the same ratings you did in season 5. I just feel like I wish they would concentrate on keeping who they have instead of trying to get people back with
more.
gimmicks like
Yeah.
Fear the
That's a
Walking
good
is
Dead
that
point.
what they're trying to do? They're
That's a
trying
good
to get
point.
people back because it
I don't know
doesn't
what they're
seem like
doing.
it.
I have
We
no
don't
idea.
really know what they're
It
doing,
just
but we
seems
just
like a bunch
know.
of
Yeah.
gimmicks with the whole Fear
Yeah.
the Walking Dead. They're trying to make that happen and care about this, and it's Negan
But
nonsense. I don't know.
but you
I
guys
don't
are
understand the
all you
strategy
guys
either.
are all touching on that same point. The whole anticipation is gone. It's sort of a chore to watch it. Is it's recycled plot lines. It's nonsensical issues to the characters' behavior. all that ties into why, there's some people that's diehard. I'm a diehard. But sort of like what
Well,
Ashley
you know
says,
what?
if Michonne or Rick go, I'm definitely out of there. I probably would watch it, you know, as time permitted. I wouldn't make it something that I had to do the way I do now.
Oh, I'm not watching ever again.
I didn't
Let
mind
me
them
go.
introducing a whole like virus strain, from the flu in like season 4,
Mm-hmm.
because I felt that since the world is pretty much dead and there's like vaccine is like pretty much null and antibiotics and stuff, it would seem interesting to have our group, face all these kinds of elements. And I want to believe that they like, and that's another problem that I have is with Kirkman. Kirkman is I don't know, he's a man boy or something like Chris Hardwick.
Ugh.
It's like, when is he gonna start writing for real? I'm
Is
like
it a TV
waiting for
show?
that.
Are you talking about the comic book?
Yeah,
He's not,
like
yeah,
because I feel like the comics is like it's almost juvenile now.
yeah.
I don't know because
Negan's
I
dialogue
started
alone is
reading, well,
juvenile.
I started reading the comics back in 2009. I'm 37 and I'm like, really? I read Marvel comics because they evolved pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah,
You're not reading what they wrote back in the 60s, 70s and 80s. They're talking, they're evolving. There is I don't know.
but the only way you get a person's like that attention is with sales. So when his sales declines, he will have a really won't have a choice but to adapt. He'll have to do something different. The same with the show. As they lose numbers and that
Well,
becomes more of a
they
concern for
use
them, they'll do something better about it. But right now they're not.
well, they just keep using things from the comic. It's like, I don't care what's in there. I mean, change it up a bit because it
Yeah,
just makes it just put a lot of holes in the story, like in
yeah,
the and then it comes back to plotting again
yeah.
because they're just so focused on plotting, they're just completely forgetting about the characters.
You have a slice. Yeah. Um.
Because seriously, you guys, Michonne, the smartest one to me in the whole group, what is she doing?
She can't sit still. She wants
For
to
a
see the
day.
sanctuary. Yeah.
And then they made her look so. They made her look so weak. Oh my
She is
god.
weak though. That's fine. I'm fine with her being weak because she
Yeah,
is.
she did. Yeah, she
I'm
was
not
being
No,
mad
I'm
at
not
her.
talking about. I'm not talking about physically weak.
What do you mean?
Is she,
mentally.
like I said, she is the smart one in the group from the get go. We're talking about from season 3.
No, I agree with what she did in
Why
the
are you
season.
going out? Like she lost the.
The fight
Uh,
and got beat up.
no. I'm no. She's exhausted because she just got into a fight with the trash person. She should
Yeah.
not have gone out, and she should have said that. She should be like, the Michonne I know would be like, let's plan this, strategize first, and then
Yeah.
let's go out.
Or let's
I
stay put because there's no need to go out right now. Like that's the thing I don't understand. You make all these elaborate plans and then have no one follow them. What was the point of
That's
making them?
exactly
Y'all
the
could have
same
just
with
gone out and did whatever you wanted.
the. That's a good
it's
point
it's
you
like
made.
they're making you forget like these characters. I don't know. They're making you feel like they're losing any kind of sense.
Well, that's how I didn't like the direction they were going with Maggie until at the very end when she said we can use them as bargaining chips. Because the whole time she was allowing Jesus with his nonsense, I was like, leave him outside. Don't make concessions to allow his nonsense to fester. But at the end, when she said, "Okay, we can use it as bargaining chips," it sort of, to me it seemed like she sort of redeemed that whole train of thought because that was really never the plan take prisoners.
Yeah.
So to me, that sort of kept it like, okay, that could be a good reason to keep them, but
Yeah, but these people that they brought to the hilltop are
or
actually
trash.
like soldiers.
Yeah,
They're the one that go out and fight. These aren't the workers or the slaves. Excuse me,
there
because
you
let's
go.
just keep it real.
Yeah.
They're I don't.
But then, I mean, we were talking about consistency. One of the things Maggie said when she opened the gates for the nonsense was they better comply. But then she didn't kill Jared. That
Why
you could
won't
have at
anybody
least
kill
killed
Jared?
him.
Like,
He's the
make an
worst.
example of him. Although, in
Please.
the end, I think that other guy's going to be the problem. Just trying to pretend like
Oh,
he's
the
sane.
sneaky one. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
yeah.
trust him one bit.
Uh-huh.
He's going to kill everybody.
Yep.
Yeah.
Including Gregory, I hope. But
And
Hopefully.
Gregory, the little.
Oh my
Gregory's
But I
God.
did laugh.
That
I
was
did
goodbye.
laugh at
so
Gregory. That
funny.
was funny to me. That
I
was funny to
died
me.
laughing at that.
He's such a weasel. Oh my
He is
goodness.
so scary. Like, did he cry?
But he's so
He
good
was
at it.
Crying.
He
Boo.
plays this. He's playing Gregory to a T.
That was so
he
funny.
really is.
Yeah, he is. And I don't even like the actor after that stuff that happened. So it's hard for me to be like, dang, he's doing a good job. But he is. He's good at being terrible.
What did he do?
He was messaging some girl on Twitter asking for pictures. She was like 19. Trying to cheat on his wife.
This is recently or over the summer, or when did it happen?
Over the summer.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, he's pervy in the show,
Messy.
so yeah. Same thing.
Yeah, no acting involved. It's so big.
Okay, what do y'all feel about the dirtbags taking Rick's shoes? Because I want to kill her again.
Oh my god.
I mean,
know.
why do you need to take his clothes at all? But the fact that she has her dirty feet in his shoes, as most of those shoes are, it's still an affront to my sensibilities. Only Michonne can wear his clothes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Exactly. Yes. I was just so.
Why do you need to be?
Gross.
Why do you need to be? Why do you need to be naked besides the apron to do metal sculpture
In a landfill.
To make a new cat
What is
sculpture.
the significance?
What?
Gross.
I don't know.
Okay, I'm not a sculptor. That's why I'm asking. Maybe you guys understand it because I didn't understand.
I don't. I've seen ghosts when they have their clothes on. So.
That was clay.
Sculpting.
I feel like if you're sculpting metal, you would want your clothes on because you get scratched.
Yes.
Ouch! Right.
I don't understand.
Yeah. See, that's another thing too, right there. An unnecessary. Like we needed to see all of that. That was just
That's
a
true.
joke.
It literally looked out of place, and not just because they were naked in a landfill, but because like, why are we doing this?
Why are
again?
you naked?
You know what I want to believe? I want to believe that this is their way of drying out. You know, from whatever shower they take, and from washing their clothes. Oh, however they do it, I just find them so nasty.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Do we know why? Do we know besides Rick's whole mind train of thought why we need the dirt bag? Do we know why? Because
To
they
get
were
them on
minding their own
their
business when he
side.
came on the scene with the pictures.
I don't
And
know.
I don't know why we need them.
I mean, maybe he doesn't want them to be against him, but
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
Rather
I'm
have
sure
them
either
in
with
some
us or
kind of
dead or
alliance
something.
than just being neutral.
honestly, I don't know. I'm trying to defend this and I can't. I don't know.
Now, the only thing that made me feel sort of good was Daryl said, in the early episode, he'll come for him. And then Rick said in this episode that his people know where he's at. But if Daryl and Tara and Michonne are all on some other mission, they're
Right.
leaving Rick with the trash people.
Yeah.
They
have no idea if Rick is back because they out in the street acting stupid.
Yeah.
Joe has no.
So dumb.
So
I
I
just don't
didn't
understand.
understand it. And I think the A she wrote on the container was for absent minded. Like Rick forgot that they portrayed him the last time. And I don't
Bye.
understand
Oh
why.
my god, A is for Alexander.
The A was for absent minded. Someone else said asshole, but I think it's for absent minded. Rick just forgot
How
himself.
dare she?
Oh, when she said Rick talked too much. Oh my goodness. I could kill her 2 more times right there. It was funny, but she needs to die sometime soon.
Oh yeah.
I hope so.
I
No,
just
she's an unnecessary character, and I don't like how they made them talk.
At all.
Like,
No
like
bother.
how many years are we in the apocalypse now?
not even
Just
2.
they said 2 or 3, but still
It's
up,
not
So
even
how
up,
are you
2.
gonna
up.
lose?
No
How are you
bother.
gonna? How are you gonna lose like the common English language?
No bother.
Like, how much time do they think they're saving? Such a dumb shit. And it's so weird that they're like the most comic book kind of entity in the show, and they're not even in
Yeah.
the comics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's something crazy.
There's so many other things they could have done with this, and the writers just really thought, hey,
Yeah,
make a cult that doesn't speak English.
Ooh wee.
I don't get it.
I
So what
don't
did you guys
either.
think
Did you?
about Sadiq?
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that. I liked him, but he didn't
I don't
help
trust him.
Carl, so I don't understand that. Like, why did
I
Carl
don't
say
trust
you can come, but he did not help you? He let you get all. You had to defend yourself.
First of
Right.
all, he looks
So
like Gareth, so he's probably gonna try to eat them. And
Not even like, girl.
I don't want to see where this is going.
oh man.
But the actor who
And
plays him is very attractive.
he's cute.
Thank
He's
you.
cute.
I saw him on Talking Dead, like, wait, who is this?
Yeah. He is a cutie. But I don't know. I don't know why Carl is recruiting and won't listen. And just because of their one experience, I don't know why Carl would bring them into Alexandria. Because, like I said, it
Seriously.
wasn't like he actually helped them.
Right.
He was
Call
too
him
busy
He,
out.
defending
Purpose for
out
this man.
walkers on his
who
own.
recruits in the
So
middle of a war anyway? Rick could be absolutely right that he's on the savior.
exactly,
Like, what is
Carl.
Carl?
Carl.
Like,
Carl.
he really thought Michonne was serious when she said it was his show now.
Yo.
Right. You know she was saying how to build you up.
Like,
Boy.
well, I'm gonna take over then.
Ah.
I really was not prepared for that. Because how do we trust your instincts? I don't.
And then, thank you, instincts led me back to Gregory. Gregory told Maggie about letting those people in, and she still ignored him and let him in. Like, you guys are not, even when the bad guys give you good advice, you're not taking it. What's the problem?
And then that guy tried to grab that girl gun and then boop.
Exactly.
Hold on,
I
wait,
don't
what
even
guy?
see.
Huh?
We're
The
talking
guy
about
with long
Jared, the
hair.
worst.
Oh.
I can
Oh,
respect
right.
when he didn't want to eat that raw turnip. I was like, okay, that's real. That's real right there. But besides that, he should be dead. Very.
Yeah, he should have been dead a few times.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, in
They let
every
Richard
episode
kill
he's
him.
been in, somebody should have shot him.
Exactly.
I don't know.
I
This
don't know.
is too much.
I hope
And
we
there's
get a
only
big.
2 episodes left. Like, what's going to happen? How's the season going to end?
Girl,
I know,
they don't
right?
know.
Something with Eugene and the compound is gonna happen next episode. I forgot it that quick. Sorry. Something. I think Daryl's gonna send them on some kind of mission or something too. Daryl and Eugene next week
Oh.
on
Daryl
The
and you
Walking
do.
Dead. Not together, like separately. They're gonna show Eugene. I guess Eugene would have to make a decision whether he's gonna tell Negan about his suspicions about Dwight, and then Daryl. I forgot what he was doing, riding around or something. with people.
Michonne was trying to tell him that they don't need to be doing this.
Right.
And I feel like she's not going to win that argument.
Yeah, but she's open, like, saying, I'm game. Like, I don't understand. I did laugh when the trash truck rolled up. Sorry to go back to a little bit. But I thought it was the trash people, and then it was Daryl, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is perfect.
Of course
Now,
he's in a trash truck.
ladies, I want you guys to remember, Daryl is going to eventually be the leader of the trash people. I'm telling you, that's another clue. He's a trash man.
Well, I can agree with that.
One day, whenever they kill Bangs, he's going to
He
take
already
over.
doesn't talk. Clearly.
Well, that was the first time I
Fits right
laughed
in.
in that episode when he rolled up in the trash. But then I also laughed when Carol was about to shoot the door open and Jerry's like,
Yes,
It's open.
that was cute. That was cute. That was cute.
So there were two funny moments in the episode.
Yeah.
You didn't laugh at Gregory?
No, because I'm just so tired of him. It's like he just executed
Shut
him.
up, Gregory.
Oh, that was funny. He was really crying.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want to go. I don't want to
can't.
go. You going. You going.
He really has
You're
no
going.
shame.
You're going. Maggie checked in Maryland when she said, go to your room or something. I said, go, Maggie. Set him back.
Yeah,
That
this
was
is the
funny.
first time Maggie didn't get on my nerves because that last time they showed her, I was like, are you serious right now? I'm glad they had her have some sense in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she has to tell Jesus because he's the worst looking crazy. Like, we feeding these people, we housing. And it's not just 10 people. It was like 30 people I counted on that line. That's a lot of people.
That's why
They
Maggie
don't need
went
to
off
keep
on the
all of
trip.
them.
And they don't need to keep all of them together.
Surely
Thank
do
you.
not.
They're gonna make a human pyramid and climb out of that little prison thing.
Exactly. And that's what I was watching with my mom. I'm like, it's more work to keep than it is to kill them or do something else. You have to feed these people, and you have to put people on them 24/7, much less they have to use the restroom. That's time you take away from your own people.
Yeah.
It is nonsense.
I would definitely like keep maybe 7.
That's all we need.
The rest of y'all, sorry.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, just give him a mini trial. Like, ask him a couple of questions. Like, you can live, you die. You can live, you die.
That's like any meeting.
Or do any, do Negan's thing.
Oh my god.
Did you guys like that Carl asked Sadiq the questions?
No.
Carl's doing that.
I do not trust Carl. He gave you the answer. But you don't have any life experience. Carl need to go home.
Yeah, like, I don't know why, but I just feel like Carl has done something really stupid, and then like that whole scene, it was so cliche. Like, they're trying to kill some walkers, and then they get overrun. It's like,
and he slips down.
How many times have we seen this before?
All the time.
Was Carl on his own? Like, really?
Right. Season 4.
He had a whole episode. All he needed some pudding, and we would have had after.
But you guys already
that's what
said
it felt like.
It
felt like he was being stupid again, and after.
And he's older now, so it's a lot more annoying.
I think we have to sort of embrace this that they do, because after 8 years of this, they don't have a choice but to recycle a lot of stuff. It seems like that's what they do.
Lie.
Well, okay. Well, they need to find. They haven't been able to figure out how to not recycle. Then how about that?
That is accurate.
Maybe they have an option.
That's the problem.
But they haven't been using their options.
They need to get some new writers if that's the case, because you can't just keep writing the same thing every year. That's crazy.
Well, here we are, season.
But here I am talking about it. So
still talking about it.
Maybe they're doing something right.
Damn.
Were y'all okay with Carol handing the little boy the gun?
Carol and these little
Oh
kids.
goodness! Can we just not talk about Carol?
But she was in the episode, Emmy. My goodness.
Again, another recycled storyline. I don't care about this
Is he
child.
back from the dead?
This is
What
Sophia.
is this
I hope
child's
the
name? I don't
Henry.
even know.
Henry.
Master Henry.
Hopefully he'll get a chance to kill Jared. If they're saving him, maybe he'll
Who?
get a chance to
Oh,
kill
Who's
him.
Jared?
Yeah, the one that killed his brother.
evil savior
Oh.
Jesus.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Oh my god. Sorry, I just put together what you said.
Yeah, I don't see that happening, but maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot what I was gonna say. So, do we want to talk about Morgan?
We can. If you guys want to.
We talked a little bit about before I started the broadcast, but
Yeah.
Wow.
what were
I'm
you
gonna
thinking?
watch it. I'm gonna watch it.
I'm definitely not gonna watch it. I
But I have to
don't
get caught up
understand
you.
how this is gonna
because
happen.
I'm a season behind.
Here's my thing, though. Morgan, we know where Morgan was for most of the apocalypse. So how are they going to fit him into a quote unquote prequel when we already know he's in Kings County? Like he's not. How is he just going to show up in Texas?
He likes to walk.
Okay. So, did he walk?
Did it say what he did before the apocalypse?
Was he on that
No.
helicopter?
One of the
But they already
YouTubers
passed that point.
one of the YouTubers that I was watching, Ashley was saying that they have to fit it in between when Rick left and when they came back for Clear, and that we could only assume that he drove and walked, but whatever the storyline is, he's gonna have to, fit in leaving to go to Texas and then making it back in time, for Clear. Crazy.
No.
How
We
many
already know where he
episodes are
was.
supposed to be in it?
Fear is like the very beginning of this.
No,
this
they've
apocalypse.
already gone to. They're on day 64 of the apocalypse, and Rick woke up on day 59. So they're in the first season of Walking Dead, basically.
Yeah,
And so Morgan, we already know where he was. Like he was in Kings County at this point. I guess he
Yeah.
could have left after Dwayne died for like 4 days, but
how the hell is he? How the hell is he gonna get to Texas when the highway is pretty much
exactly.
in chaos and
Good
in ruins?
point.
Yeah, how is he gonna get there?
Gimple's
and
gonna
how's
have
he
to
gonna get
figure
back?
this stuff out, ladies. Gimple
Get
will
on a
figure
boat.
it out.
He is not going to figure it out because it doesn't make any sense.
It makes no sense whatsoever.
There's nothing you can
When
write.
they
where I
when
would
they
be like,
introduced him, I was like, of all people to do a crossover with, it would have seemed a whole lot smarter if they kept with Abraham and
who's
maybe
already in
Eugene.
Texas? Yeah.
Yeah, because this is in Texas. Yes, because we were under the impression that they all, like Rosita and Abe and Eugene and their whole crew was like in Texas.
Well, they
We're
said
not sure
it.
entirely
And it
where,
took them
but
3 seasons to get to Georgia.
Right.
So,
That makes sense. But no, let's do the thing that makes
here's
no sense.
another thing too
The
that
one
I
character
that,
would know exactly where he was for the whole apocalypse.
so is this crossover thing like a 1-episode gimmick, or is it like a season, or like
I don't
the
know
rest
how
of
long
it?
That's
it
a
is.
good
who
point.
knows?
Good
But he's
question.
leaving The Walking Dead.
But I'm having a hard time understand why they're in such a hurry of matching the timeline of our show, The Walking Dead.
Me too.
Like, I mean,
Who needs two
so
Walking Dead?
if they're in
Well, I
how many days?
Mm-hmm.
How many days are they in? I'm sorry, hold on. If they say that they're in like what 60 something days of the zombie apocalypse, that would mean that there would be some form of, maybe, I don't know, communication wise at the
They're in season
CDC,
one.
because didn't the CDC say that they lost communication? What was it? Like, someone help me out here. What did Jenner say about communication with France? Like, shouldn't they be focusing a little bit more on that? I mean,
They should have, but they passed all that. Like they really bypassed all the interesting stuff they could have done with that show just to get to Walking Dead again. That makes no sense.
Yeah.
Well, my issue with Fear was that, like, because it was at the beginning, people were like being dumb and acting stupid because they didn't know any better. But like after you've been watching The Walking Dead, you're like, I know all this stuff, so watching them be stupid is just annoying. So I guess I can kind of see why they would want to like get to the part where everyone is like, oh, I know what walkers are and I know how to deal with them. Because like even watching season 1 now again, or like season 2, like the worst one for me is in season 2 when Rick is like, there are 2 walkers, I can't take them on, you have to go and wait here. And I'm like, that is like, I can't watch it because we know that you can do so much better than that now. They want to like get past all of that nonsense.
I'm
That the truth is they shouldn't have done the show. Because you're just making Walking Dead twice now.
I
With
am
lesser
just
characters.
where does it?
Seriously, how's Morgan getting to Texas?
I don't
Adding to
know.
the list.
Are they saying
the
are they saying that
YouTuber,
he will be in Texas, or is it like
we
Well,
don't
that's
know
where
the
the show
exact.
is. Unless they do like a big time jump.
is it
We don't know
like
that.
an episode? Well, what I mean is maybe he's not doing an episode with the actors of Fair. Maybe it's like a couple standalone with him and someone else. I don't know. Because that's the only way I can see it like working in their mindset, which is a lot
But
more
then that's
roles.
not really a
It's
crossover.
the opposite of a crossover.
Yeah, that's
Let's just throw
but
somebody in.
the
Just trying to make
the
sense of it, and it's not. So I'm not
one
even
of the
sure if I'm going to be watching it though, because I mean, to me, they killed a good character. Like
Travis.
he was
Yeah.
worth it. I mean, they pushed his body in a pit. They had him do all that work, and then he's on a helicopter, and then they just did what they did, and I'm supposed to
Wait,
be like okay with that.
what are we talking about?
Yeah.
This happened in
She-
here?
Travis,
Yeah.
Travis.
Oh, he's dead? Oh.
Yeah.
They did all that work with him. Like, to me, honestly, his character has the most development.
Correct.
Madison was just so one-sided. You know,
She was
Strand,
blah.
yes, Strand was good. But then Travis, it was like he was like pretty much what the fuck is going on here? And then he picked it up really quick when his ex-wife died and when his son was killed. And
He was a
like
believable character.
that's when he got serious, and you were like, yes, here we go now. This is the Rick. That's what I thought Travis was gonna
Yeah.
be. But then
And he died.
and then they ruined it. And I was like, I'm done. You can keep your Nick.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna try to catch up with it. I'm a season behind at least. But for Morgan, I'll at least see what it's about.
well,
But
have
it
fun
does
with
seem a little
it.
contrived, the storyline. But I mean, maybe they'll make it fix. They'll make it fit, even if it doesn't fit. To be honest, it's gonna happen because they've already announced it. It's happening, no matter whether it
And
makes
I'm
sense or not.
sorry.
It's happening.
Yeah, they
The
showed
woman
him in
who
the
plays
group chat.
Madison, she is not a strong actress at all.
She has range, but for some reason, they say that she just some people. Okay, it's two
She is
different trains of thought.
one-sided. She
They
has one set of
they do.
emotion that she uses in each episode.
But that's the thing. Is she doing that because she's being told to do that? Or is she doing that because that's how she's interpreting the role? The end result
Have
is
you
about
ever
the
seen
same.
her
You
in
still
other
see
movies?
a simple person, but she has
It's like
range.
watching her in these other movies. Like
I've
I'm
only seen her
telling
in Gone
you,
Girl.
when I saw her, there was I forgot what episode it was. It was this was like fairly in the beginning. It was when the military came to their homes in California and told them do not leave. And she was like standing there trying to talk to Travis. It made me think of her character in the movie Hollow Man when pretty much Kevin Bacon was like, I'm gonna kill you. And she's just like standing there like okay, like get it over with. It was very one range. It was like no set of emotion that was happening. It was just very dry.
Well, that's why I have to catch it. I don't really care for the mom, and I did care for Travis a lot, but I want to check it out because Morgan's going to be in it. I get the impression, like you said, that she is a one tone type of person. But like I was telling Kay, somebody said that she was going to be an antagonist. So maybe that's how she interprets the role. I don't know. I don't know how true it is because that's just speculation. But I don't watch it for her, to be honest.
An antagonist. We'll see.
They were saying that they were building her up to be a female Negan.
Okay.
So
whatever. I know she does not have the range for that.
I don't see it.
That's not gonna happen. Like, Jeffrey D. Morgan gets on my nerves, but that woman has the opposite of his charisma. So, no. I don't know. Maybe she can be female Gareth.
Yeah, like typhoid nurse.
Oh, have some espresso on us. Something.
That's the most I can give.
You know what, Ashley, that was actually pretty good because I see that. I can see that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe they were going to kill Morgan anyway, so this just gives Lenny more money, which is, great.
Yeah.
But this sounds ridiculous.
That's sort of what I thought, because like you guys, I thought Abraham would have been a better fit. And plus I love Abraham, but somebody was saying that Lenny is a better actor, so maybe he'll be able to pull something off. I don't know.
I mean,
we don't know why.
Lenny, he's an amazing actor. The story just isn't pulling together. Like, Abraham was literally in Texas, made perfect sense. Morgan getting from Georgia to Texas back to Georgia sounds crazy. So, I don't know. But I heard they hired somebody else for Fear the Walking Dead. So maybe they're doing like a big overhaul of the whole show.
That comedian Dorma, I don't know her real name. She's gonna be in it. I forgot who the guy is, but yeah.
The guy he plays on the Mindy Project, I cannot think of his real name though.
Oh, the one who played the boyfriend, or her best friend?
No, the Southern Doctor.
Jody.
Yeah, Jody.
Oh my God.
He's gonna be on Fear the Walking Dead.
Yeah.
What?
I can't say. Well, no comment.
Is he British?
But I
don't know.
I feel like he's British too.
Isn't
I remember they were that's true. I remember they were talking about him playing Negan. So when they said he was doing this, I was like, oh, okay.
Negan? Oh my God.
They would have saved a little bit of money.
So maybe he'll be
a lot of money, and probably not as.
That's basically how they do it.
I wonder how much Jeffrey D. Morgan gets paid.
I want to know when his contract is expiring. That's all I really want to know. Give me a little.
He just started,
and he said it literally broke my heart when he said it in the episode before this, when he said, "And I'll die when I want to die." I'm like, oh, don't say that, man.
I mean, he ain't dead in the comics, so.
I know.
I was not expecting him to go anywhere anytime soon.
But remember, they're supposed to be able to remix it. They can do what they want to do.
But have they
wanted to do it?
When's the last time they remixed something that they didn't have to because the person's dead?
I was hoping.
I mean, who knows?
Man.
No, actually, so
isn't someone supposed to be taking Rick? Are they taking Rick to Negan next episode, or do we know?
I have no idea.
Okay.
What's
somebody's thumbnail had him Like it looked like he was in a trash heap, and then I forgot who I was listening to. They were saying something about Rick and Negan meeting up, and I thought they were referring to this episode coming, but maybe they just mean in general that it'll happen eventually over the course of this season. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't get that impression from
Okay.
the previews, but I
Well, we
don't
have to
know.
find out. Do you guys think Father Gabe is bitten or sick or what?
I forgot about him.
Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
I think he's sick.
Forgot all about him.
Really?
Yeah.
I would have. Well, if you say he's sick, then possibly he can get healed. I was thinking he's going to get bitten and then die, but it reminded me
sick
of
and
that
then
we were
die.
talking about the comic because, he lives past the war. So I was wondering, are they really going to remix that or not? Okay.
I mean,
Surprised by anything.
it seems like he's sick, but why he would
No.
get sick
I
all of
know
a
he's
sudden,
sick,
I don't
but
know.
I'm saying like sick, like, because of the guts, or sick like bitten, infected. So
Yeah, no,
that's the
I'm
difference.
saying I think it's the
The
infected from
guts.
guts.
Okay.
But it's stupid because nobody's ever gotten sick before.
Ever.
But whatever.
Okay.
It seems to be what they were leaning toward.
Yeah.
Very heavily handed.
Okay.
I
Is
don't
that
know.
it?
Predictions?
The
Are we
only
going to
thing
see
I
Rick,
wanted
Rick
to
and
bring
Michonne
up
together? Or are we ever going to see them together at all? I
We're
mean,
gonna see a lot of Michonne
Ever?
and Daryl for whatever reason.
It seems like the only way Michonne can do anything is either when she's with Rick or when Rick is put to the side. It's like they have a hard time juggling their characters. So being that he's in
I
the
just like
container,
seeing
maybe
them
others can
together.
do stuff now.
I
What?
like seeing Rick and Michonne together. I like seeing Rick and Michonne and Carl together. I like seeing Rick
Yeah.
and Michonne and Carl and Judith together because I love it. That's like oxygen for me. And if I don't get that, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna watch the episode the next day and be done with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're
It's
gonna see them
it's
together
just
at some point, but I don't know when.
I mean, it's just killing me, man. I miss them. I miss them, I miss,
working together,
honestly,
being
I
smart.
feel like there would be no way in hell. Like, let's think about it. If this was in last week episode, if this was Rick, Michonne, and Daryl with the guns, you think Daryl would do some kind of nonsense like that? Like, I'm taking these dynamites and I'm going over to the sanctuary, I'm gonna blow it up. Like, no, like if Michonne was there, she's like, don't be a dumbass. We're not gonna do this.
I don't
We
know.
stick to
Michonne's
the
being kind of a dumbass, so it's hard to tell right now with the writing. I'd like to
Oh
think
my
so.
god. And then once again we're back to what is the plan and the plot and all these holes in the plot.
Yep. And now he has the where are they? They're at the sanctuary now, right?
I have no
Michonne and
idea.
Daryl.
I
Yeah.
don't know where.
You're talking about Daryl?
Yeah.
I think they're just on the outside of it because remember they were trying to get those speakers to him. So I don't know where they're at, but I think they're pretty close.
I mean, they looked at it, so
And
yeah.
Michonne was trying to get to the sanctuary because she wanted to see it so bad. So hopefully, with that context, she's somewhere close to it.
I mean, he was talking about going on with this plan to blow up the sanctuary, and I'm very concerned.
Because Rick told him not to do that.
Yeah, for good reason. I don't know if Michonne's pep talk is going to talk him out of this. I really don't.
It's going to be a mess if you got emotional Rosita, Tara, and Daryl, and one Michonne. That's going to be a mess.
Why did Rosita go?
Because Michonne didn't lock the door. It's Michonne's fault. I'm like, Michonne, what's wrong? You locked the door.
I mean, yeah.
She let her get in the car.
Like, what is she pressed about? They're two peas in a pod. They just can't sit still.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the writers couldn't think of anything else to do. We're
But
like,
like you said,
No.
if they're trying to do
but we
something to the
don't
Alexandria, that
care.
may make sense to move all the players away from it.
I mean, sure, but do it in an organic way and not just
Yeah.
make up nonsense to get
Contrived.
them away from
Uh-huh.
Alexandria.
Mhm.
You could have
Mhm.
easily had Michonne like get a note about something. I don't know.
Okay, did you
But
guys like the mail system with the microwaves?
I mean, I
sure.
guess it explains how they communicate, but it doesn't exactly say how they're getting these messages
How do you know which
to each
microwave to
other.
put the message in?
Yeah,
How
who
do you know
where
when to
what?
check it?
Did they all
I
write the
like that
notes
they're
multiple
trying to do
times?
something like that to show communication amongst the communities. But the whole microwave on the side of the road thing sort of made me laugh. It was a little
It was like a
funny.
mailbox.
Yeah.
It was just weird because when Michonne got the note, she was so confused. I was like, did she know the plan or not? Like, did Rick actually tell her what's happening? What's happening?
Maybe
No one
maybe
knows
they
the
put the
actual
wrong
plan.
note in there.
She
Maybe
was
they
like,
no, maybe they did. Maybe it was the wrong note. Maybe it was like a joke, and it's like Michonne, like deny, pretend that you're reading something important, and give us this kind of emotion.
Well, we know that was the actual direction, but
why?
I'm sorry.
Oh gosh. So yeah.
And
I
they
don't have any
respect
predictions.
Carol. They respect Carol in the kingdom because they handed the mail to her.
Well, yeah, the king is locked up.
Yeah, yeah.
Is he going to be done with his his little king type accent? Do you think?
Let him mourn.
Pretty
He
Oh, was
much.
he
has.
talking in it? I didn't even
He said a
notice.
couple words, and I was like, "Is there an accent there?"
He didn't feel like faking it till he made it. That was basically the whole concept. But I like that
I'm
they
good with
reached out
that.
to each other. That was nice.
Yeah, I guess he was talking normally. That would be nice if, because that got on my nerves, honestly.
Yeah.
Quite honestly.
The only prediction I have is maybe since we can't we don't know if for sure his dream was a flash forward or not. But if he does hurt his leg, I'm assuming it's going to be in the trash heap. They're going to do something else to that man while they have him trapped and his people are out gallivanting around Virginia. They're going to probably hurt Rick. That's what I
Oh
believe is going to
no! Why
happen.
did you say this?
I'm just I'm
Oh.
just being realistic. Dare wants to use the dynamite so bad it's like a rash. He can't stop playing with it.
Isn't
He
it
won't
gone?
let it go. He's the worst. So
Yikes.
poor Rick is up there naked in a container sweating. They feeding him junk
God.
food. They're the
Are they
worst.
feeding him?
They will eventually feed him, but it'll be junk food because they're dirty. So I'm like, I think they're gonna hurt Rick.
Oh, that's a
Ugh.
terrible prediction. I hope you're wrong.
Now someone else was predicting that maybe she's playing hard to get. She's gonna say no, and then at some point she'll say yes. So that's another person's take
Why?
on it. It's
Why?
possible.
Why? You know what? Oh my God! Why
Oh,
do we even?
oh.
Why is Rick even trying to even bother with this trash people?
I
They
think
make
I think he
so.
was concerned about the numbers, but one of the things I heard was basically they were handling it without them, and them themselves have sort of put themselves in a predicament to be neutral. They weren't involved in it at all, so it's like Rick sort of brought the fight to them. They had let it go after the last situation.
You know, it would be really smart. You know what? I would be petty. If I was Rick, I would be petty. You know what? You fucking shot me. I'm going to bait you. Like make it seem like you double cross the sanctuary. Like that should have been the plan.
Yeah,
That's the only way I would not hate this whole plot, but I don't think that's what's happening.
Oh
yeah.
no.
And you saw how they were talking. I shot you. You grazed me. I was like, dude, Rick,
First of all, he should still be mad
why?
at them because they almost killed Michonne. I was really mad.
Right,
Yes.
right,
Yes.
exactly. And for that, he, oh my God, wouldn't that would have been like the most smartest thing ever done, is to sabotage this whole group and like use them as a one who went out and did all these things to the other sanctuary community and whatnot. And
Yeah, I wish this was just like
it
a
took a
long con so that Michonne could get her revenge, but it doesn't seem like that's what's
Eventually.
happening.
No.
I just want them to
I
give her
kept
something to
saying
do
it's
where
a
she's
graze, but it looked like he got shot to me.
Right.
right.
Like, how do you graze someone at that close range? That
They
doesn't
were
even make
trying to. They
sense.
were just trying to
That
justify the
boy is
fact that
killing
he
her.
got shot, and the next episode he was running around.
Well,
They were
yeah,
just trying to justify
obviously,
some
but
nonsense. That was all. That was a legit shot, and she was close range. So
you see, we can blame the continuity team for that one, I
Uh-oh.
guess. Continuity and special effects.
I mean, I didn't think it was a bad shot because he did go get up and walk, but it was still like, it could have been a graze.
You got shot too.
yeah, and even if it was just a graze, like
It's a bullet.
they don't, yeah, it's a bullet, and they don't have any like antibiotics or whatever. It could get infected easily.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to be taken
I
care of,
think
and
Denise
we
brought
didn't even see
medicine
that.
to Alexandria. That
And then the
maybe was
Saviors took
saving.
it.
Oh, Shabadoo, forgot that.
Who
Oh,
stitched him up? Anybody talked about that? Who's doing all the stitching? Like,
Rosita, look at her face. No
Rosita's stuck too.
Scarface.
I really don't know.
She did have a scar.
like of all things that they did, they had to kill Denise. Though, I mean, seriously, like
Yeah, so Tara could
that
lose the
made abs.
Did you guys think Tara was such a badass in this episode?
No.
What?
Not at all.
What
She
did
was
she
riding
do that was
shotgun.
badass?
I'm gonna kill him if you don't.
No, not
That's
even that. She said,
badass.
I'm going to kill him.
Did we watch the same episode?
It always feels like we're watching a different episode from today.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God, Tara.
No, but seriously, who thought that she was a badass? There was nothing badassery about her.
Her hair was slicked back, and she said she was gonna kill the white Emmy. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Whatever.
She's a tough girl now.
Yeah, let's get her some aviators and some leather gloves, and yeah.
What happened to her little orange sunglasses?
They were tough
Oh, I
enough.
forgot about those. Yeah, those.
That was a different time zone.
Oh my God, this plot last night. What, or this morning, because I watched it this morning, but I can just imagine Twitter. Oh my goodness, was anybody tweeting live last night? Like
Not
That's
I
the
of
only
this
sure
way I can
did.
watch
nonsense.
the episode.
And I'm sure there's people. I'm sure there's the other fans that are like, "Oh my God, this episode is amazing! It's one of their best."
And then Enid left when she's supposed to help him babysit Gracie.
You know how they are with babies.
I
They
didn't think
just
we were
Well, maybe some more people at Hilltop that can help. Then I guess okay.
they have an invisible babysitter up in there.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, because one of them was watching.
Who's watching Judith? Really, who's watching Judith?
Nobody.
Tobin.
Herself.
Tobin.
The redheaded lady.
Stop.
It's
Scott.
like we're supposed to
Scott is
assume
watching
that
her.
these kids are safe because there are invisible extras there. That's
Well, there was the redhead lady watching Judith when Rick kissed her goodbye.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Apparently, Michonne sitting at
Right,
home
right.
can't do it.
Yeah.
Pain, but in a car, yeah.
Oh, I don't know, man. She was cracked rib. I mean, I could just imagine that fight.
Do you guys think the show would do better if they had more spontaneity with the deaths? Because somebody was saying that we'll probably get a death at the end of this break and at the
I'm
end of the
thinking
season
so.
finale.
No,
And they were going back to how when Lori died, it was like episode 4 or something. So
you
that's
know
why
they
it made
should.
you want to watch it because you didn't know what was going to happen.
Oh
They
yeah, the
should.
ratings
What they
definitely
should
got
have done was they should have had some form of death each season. Like we really didn't get anything in season 5. Oh
No,
wait,
I'm
shit.
happy
Yeah,
with
we
that.
did. Never
Tyrese and
mind.
Beth
We had
died.
Noah. I'm sorry. We
And
had
Noah,
Tyrese and
Noah,
Noah. We
right?
had Tyrese. Yeah.
And
What
Beth.
was it? Was it
No,
6?
but like
No
it
one
was.
died in 6. Maybe that's what it
Um,
was. Nobody died in
Deanna,
6.
it was the setup for 7.
Deanna.
No,
No, not
Team
Deanna. Her
Family. Team
husband,
Family. That's my
Reggie.
concern.
Okay. Okay.
No,
No,
well,
no one.
Glenn Fake died, so that took up about half a
That
season,
counted. That count. Fake deaths. Yes.
and then he died again at the beginning of
Dumpsters.
7.
Yeah, someone should have died in 6.
Mm-mm.
That's what it was.
Not after they took Glenn and Abraham in one
Yeah, no,
episode.
no.
Okay, they made up for it real quick.
Made up. What? Oh my
They
god.
did it. They made up for it. They killed
And
2 people in 7.
and
Or 3 people in 7.
suffer the lambs. The mats have spoken. They're angry. They're like you did like why did you do that? Every time I think about Glenn's death, I will always think of that video of one of his Steven fan, like just like ugly crying with him and he's hugging her. Like I understand. That's me. That's me ugly crying and like, can
Yeah.
someone just hug me, please? Oh my god. Oh,
Yeah,
again, you guys, they didn't have to kill Glenn. I'm
but
Yeah.
gonna
I
plug
do.
that in every single podcast we do.
That may be why I never completely forgive Daryl or Negan.
That is definitely
He
Oh,
can
why
do
I
stuff,
will never
but
forgive either one
how
of
do
them.
you get past that?
Yeah, I
and
feel like
as Maggie, I wouldn't be so quick to forgive Daryl either.
I
I,
know.
I didn't think that was very real.
I don't think it was
Like
either.
my it just I'm grieving here. It's gonna take a while for me to forgive you, buddy. So you need to go stand over there or just not show your face in front of me. Like
Yeah.
I just yeah. They just didn't really think about that. It's like, come on.
I
You
think
can
they're
still
just
be
too scared to let people like be mad at Daryl. Like he did it, you had him do it, so why not just own it and let like them live?
Yeah.
Like they had him crying for 3 episodes. Like, well, that's supposed to make us feel bad. You still got Glenn.
Yeah. Exactly.
It was dumb. And yes, I do think that they should be more spontaneous with the deaths because they're always they build up to them and it's not ever surprising.
Yeah.
Like Glenn Mazzara was doing a lot in season 3, but at least it was exciting.
Yeah. And that may be what they need to go back to since we were talking about, you can watch it in the morning, you can watch it whenever you get a chance. And if there was those type of things in there, people that, were watching it would probably be interested in keeping up with it.
Yeah, because saving
Instead of
everything
just
for
waiting
premiere
until,
and a finale.
I know someone's gonna die at at every break. That's when to pay a little attention, but in between everybody's basically safe.
Yep. And sometimes not even like the mid-season finales have been, I don't know, not great.
not very exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm assuming Morgan makes it there because he said he just finished, so he won't be the one. I don't know who it'll be, but Morgan may make it to the end of this season, and then that may be his last curtain call with this show.
I have a guess.
Are they
I'm
still
afraid to
filming now?
hear.
They finished
I
last
think
week,
it's over. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's what he was saying.
right before Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, it is no. It's almost December now.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
That went by really.
I don't know. Some people are still thinking that maybe Carol could be the death, and
Carol.
it was
Carol is
Carol. Some
not
people are saying
dying.
Carol. You don't think it's
I've
Carol?
never heard anyone
Sure.
say Carol was dying.
It was. I watch a lot of YouTube. They were like, they keep saying that maybe it's Carol. Um, that's the only one besides one of
Are you
the
sure that didn't say
babies.
Carl?
No. I've heard that too, but I've heard
I've never
Carol
heard a
too.
theory about Carol. Like that makes no sense.
But basically, she
You
went
know,
back
that would be
home.
very spontaneous.
It would.
Exactly,
That's
and
a
you
very
wouldn't see
unlike
it
this show.
coming, and you wouldn't see it coming.
Exactly. It
And
does
she
not
was
sound like
crying
this.
last night, so it could happen. She was crying last night, so maybe
Lord, I'll be ready. Ready.
Melissa was crying last night.
when they were talking to Morgan, she got a little teary eyed.
Because he's
Oh
leaving.
my God. I am
I'm just
just.
saying. I'm just saying.
I think it's because
What
he's
you're
leaving.
saying makes no sense.
You know what? For next week, like spare, I'm gonna do a little trivia. I mean, because we're already like in what, 8th season? I'm gonna be like question in season 4. Like, because there's so many things that is going on here. I feel like there's moments where we should like reflect on greatest moments.
The road to The Walking Dead.
All of season 4.
Well, no, like it could be like from season 1 or season 2 or 5. But I'm telling you, if it's gonna be season 5, it's going to be like the top half slash 5, 8, 9, and then that's
And it was
it.
just like
No,
Maybe
it goes,
10,
time jump.
maybe 10.
None of that
it
black
goes
and
up
white
to
stuff.
11.
But yeah, I'll do that. So it's like keep our memory fresh. I don't know. It'll be kind of cool.
They recycle stuff so much, it gets a
It
bit
should be
much.
easy then. It'll
It's not
be easy.
yesterday. It's easy for me because I rewatch the show a lot.
That's
How do
one
you
thing I
feel?
Oh,
haven't
you know what else?
done.
I didn't watch the story of the red machete. Does anybody know what happened?
Stop it. Someone took
Somebody else
it.
has it.
Someone took it.
What?
Oh, that's what I was thinking. Maybe Taco
Yes, that
Bell
poor
ought to
little
write an
girl.
episode for The Walking Dead.
Ooh, wait, what?
Who did what?
What'd you say?
Maybe Taco Bell ought to write an episode of The Walking Dead since
I
they're
thought
doing
that's
that
what you said.
machete commercial all the time.
What?
I don't know
I
what
think they should give them a whole
you're
episode
talking
to do.
about.
Oh my god.
I don't know what she said. I don't know. But I'm so
Taco
upset that they're
Bell has a
wasting.
commercial that runs in between The Walking Dead when it's airing live, or a period when it's on AMC. And it's about the red machete. And I was saying, since we were talking about fresh writers, that was one of the topics earlier. Maybe they can borrow those Taco Bell writers and have
Why do you
them
think
write an
Taco Bell
episode.
wrote this?
I
Taco
thought it was a
Bell's the
Taco Bell
sponsor.
commercial.
It's the sponsor.
Oh, I just give them all the credit then. Whoever they are, the people who are writing the red machete, give them episode or two to write.
Did
But
anybody
that's
actually watch the
dumb.
story?
That is dumb. They're talking about an object. It's a freaking object. It has like, oh my god. I mean, give me my Michonne or Glenn backstory already, okay? That's what I
No, you
want.
are not getting that.
I told you you're gonna get a backstory of Michonne and Rosita. That's what we're getting next.
Oh my god. I
You
mean,
got Michonne's
that would make
backstory
some
in 409.
honestly, that would make a really good webisode. I'm telling you, a Glenn Michonne backstory.
You're gonna have to write it yourself then.
I think the actor Steven doesn't want to mess with us anymore. I mean, mess with them anymore. So that would be hard to do at this point.
Probably.
He said he would come back.
You think so? Okay.
But you know what?
No, he said it.
I don't know. He's doing good in Korea, though. I'm telling you. I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud. So proud. I'm like that.
Eventually, I'm gonna watch that movie you recommended.
Oh yeah, let me plug that in. Let me plug it in. Steven Yeun starred in Mayhem. It's really good, you guys. It is so good.
Is it on Netflix?
Nah, you can get it on like It's on
Fire
direct.
Stick
Well, it's
or
on
something.
ordered movies. Like however you will order movie, it's on there, and it's limited release right now. But
Okay.
yeah, it's really good. It's so. Let me tell you guys, it's so good. It
You
is so
watched it three
good.
times.
Yes. Not only that, but I am so mad that they didn't utilize Stephen Moore.
Oh yeah, yeah, you did say that. Because they couldn't utilize him
The
more. They wanted to keep him in.
Like the Stephen we saw in
Yeah.
season 3 with the walker. When Merle pushed the walker inside that room and he had to fight it
Yeah.
off. And you were like, oh my god, what's going on? Like the first time you saw it, it was like, oh my god, that was amazing. Like that. That was. You got some really good fight scenes in there.
Hey, you guys! I just heard something today. They said they hadn't renewed The Walking Dead for season 9. Had y'all heard that too?
What
No.
they're doing at season 9? They've been greenlighted for season 9.
No, I heard they
Of
had
course they'll
not.
be.
Do they usually wait this long to tell us though?
No, sometimes it's like it's in the premiere.
Okay.
But I mean obviously they're
Maybe
coming
that's
back.
why they made a mention of it. The fact that they're taking a little bit longer to say they're gonna have a season 9. I'm assuming they still have it because The Walking Dead is still number one, even though we talk about it. But that's what I heard. They hadn't officially said anything yet.
Hmm.
Mm.
Well, so that would be one way to get me to stop watching.
Oh, okay. Everybody stop watching.
Right. Finally put me out of my misery.
And then do a 2-hour movie like every 2 or 3 years. That would do
I
something.
won't be surprised if they do that. I've said that before. I was like, they could end the season however they want to end it, but then like a couple years down the road, there's a Walking Dead movie coming out each every other spring or something.
Oh my god, that's even worse than this.
It may be better if they could concentrate their powers on 2 hours as opposed to trying to do 16. Maybe it would help them a little bit.
Help who? Who's going to see it?
Maybe. I'm going to go watch it, Ashley.
Okay.
At least the first one to see what it's about.
The little 8 million viewers they got now would all have to go to the movie. That's not a good idea.
Well, we have 2 more episodes to go, you guys. Before.
See? Already?
Yeah, it was pretty quick, man.
It did go by fast considering nothing has happened.
Yeah,
But you know what?
I
I
was gonna say the same thing.
still appreciate them not doing bottles. It's slow and it's still that it's taxing how they're, sort of walking in place. But at least it's not a terror episode. At least it's not a Daryl episode. I mean, that's far and above better than last season. So I'll take this.
Yeah,
You'll
I
take
guess
it too. You'll
it's
take it.
better
You'll
than
take
last
it.
season, which is faint praise. Because we still haven't gone anywhere. This is supposed to be
That's true.
exciting. This is all
That's
out
true.
war. This is what
That's
everybody's
true.
been waiting for. And
Something
it's
to happen.
blah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I hope the mid-season finale is good.
Yeah. 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 I hope I mean, I don't know. I know Negan's not gonna die. And like you said, Carol is not likely to die. I don't know who they're gonna kill, but if we still have to get to the point where Rick hurt his leg. That's all I want to know what happens to his leg. And to somehow get rid of these trash people. I mean,
but Rick hurts his leg in the comics at the end of all that war, so.
Oh, it may not happen to the end then. Okay.
I
For
mean,
some
that's
reason, I
what
was
I
thinking it
would
may be something that
assume.
happens now. Okay.
I mean, that's what I assume if that happens, because as far as we know, we don't know if that's reality. And why haven't we seen any more of those?
Yeah. Yeah.
They said there were going to be more, and we got the one little flashback, and that's it.
Hold on. How many did they say?
No. They
But
just
we're
said
gonna
we'll
get
see
more
throughout
flash
the
forwards.
season. Yeah,
Did they call them? Did they call them dreams or flash forwards?
I don't remember.
That's interesting. I hadn't heard. Okay. I just don't want them to use
Well,
that
maybe I made
soft
that up.
light
Don't listen to me.
filter, but yeah.
I feel like
And
that's what
Toph.
Scott Gimple said, but I don't know.
Mm, okay. Well, see you guys next week unless we have something else to talk about.
I don't have anything else to talk about.
Sweaty Rick in the box. That's it. Waiting on someone to come get him.
Box.
They have 2 days to find Rick, so he told what's her name, the trash queen.
Wait, what?
Trashina.
He was like, "My people will be here in 2 days if I'm not gone." So.
2 days.
2 days. Yeah.
Oh my god! Why
He
did you wait that
I
long?
missed that.
He did say that
I
they
did
know where I'm
too.
at. And he was cocky about it. They know where I'm
He
at.
got
He
wait 2
said
days.
no.
2 days, and this whole season's only been a day and a half. Oh my god!
Yep. That's why
Right.
Moses
And
have a good time.
Aaron's been grieving Eric for a month now.
Right? That's where all these timelines come from. We just don't know.
That's true. And they do that to confuse us on purpose.
So
Well, they
That's
don't
right.
have Michonne say it's been a day and a half.
thank you.
Like, do they read the scripts before they give them to the cast? Do they proofread? I know it sucks, but come on.
I don't know. I mean, do they even do table readings anymore? I mean,
And does the cast not question any of these decisions that they
right,
I mean, they
inputs
do.
and
Like,
stuff.
Andy
I
said
think the
he
new
emailed Scott Gimple a bunch of times about why Rick wouldn't shoot Negan when he saw him.
Did he
And
get
I'm
a
like, so
response?
did you not answer him? Because we still got this scene.
No,
Maybe
he
just don't even listen to the
Gimple.
cast.
He said Gimple gives him background, but he doesn't tell him much more than that. So you can't get a straight answer out of him,
But if
basically.
somebody emails you 5 times, you should give them an answer, especially when the question makes a lot of sense.
What am I
Obviously,
doing
the answer
again?
made no sense.
Why
So
am
they
I
just
doing
decided not
this?
to.
I didn't get that email. Can you send it again? Try this email again.
Why they throwing microwaves in my head? What happened?
Man, I could just imagine the emails.
Yeah, I mean, if you
But
gave me
no,
something and
seriously,
they
you
don't
think
answer
they
my
do
character,
table
I'd be
readings?
like, what? I don't think so. Like Seth Gilliam was talking about when he shot the scene with the last week's episode, and they just rehearsed it a couple of times right before they shoot.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness. This is so messed up now.
It worries you more than you already worried,
they
huh?
don't get the script until. So you know what that tells me? It tells me like they don't trust the cast to take these scripts home because someone is gonna be like out there reading it.
Well, no, they get the
And
scripts ahead of time. I just don't think it's very far ahead of time. Like I remember Andy talking about, Denai reading the script for 610 and not talking to him for a while after she read it. So
That means she had it, yeah.
yeah, I think they get it like the episode while they're shooting the episode before it.
that is so weird. Wow.
I mean, they shoot episodes in 8 days. They don't have time to table read.
Yeah.
If they only
Yeah,
did
because
10 episodes
AMC don't want to pay.
Right.
Like I could just imagine who's gonna be catering this again.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
feel like
god.
it'd be a lot better if they made this 13 episodes a season. Like everything went haywire when they added 16 episodes.
We got bottle episodes, unnecessary.
Remember, no bottles this time, though. No bottles.
We'll
They're just
see.
walking in place.
Yeah.
They're just walking in place,
Is
though.
Still in the first half. I don't trust it. But I think we will see Rick and Michonne in episode 9, so that's something to look forward to.
What? That's next year.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be
She's
earlier,
giving
but
us
I
hope. She's
know
giving us hope.
we're filming together for that episode.
All right.
She's giving us some hope.
That's all I know. Like, honestly, I haven't followed filming really, but I don't remember seeing pictures of them for that episode.
Man.
Well,
I just don't want
it
every time I
can't
see
come
Michonne,
soon
I have to
enough for
see
me.
Rosita. I want them to pair with somebody else.
What?
I don't want them to continue to pair Rosita and Michonne. I want Michonne with someone else. I don't know who, but not
Well,
necessarily
next week she's
Rosita.
gonna be talking to Daryl. Ugh.
Which is worse?
Thank you.
Daryl doesn't even talk. He
Hey.
growls, you guys. He doesn't even talk.
He's growling
He's
for
been
them to blow up the
speaking lately.
sanctuary. Yeah, she needs Rick back because I don't know what either one of them are doing right now. They need each other to not be shitty.
Oh my goodness.
That's really why I've hated this season. There's not enough Rick and Michonne.
Did they even talk in the first episode at all?
No.
They kissed.
I'm good with that. But I mean,
But
but really,
The kiss was just talking because I replayed that kiss. I just thought that was really
I knew
beautiful.
you were gonna say that in me.
I don't know. It was just
Yeah,
so
no work.
like I'm going off to work now. Come here, give me my kiss so I can take your kiss with me. And I'm like, yeah. And then I'm like, okay, so she's a little bruised.
Then you don't see
but
him
she's wearing
again.
his shirt, so you know that they did the nasty the night before. You know, he tried to be all gentle. You know. Oh my God, I just missed them.
I do.
Me too. They're the only interesting thing
Yeah.
about it.
I hope we get something this half season, but I won't hold my breath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Oh wait, I'm sorry, but the Michonne necklace, is she still wearing it?
I have no idea.
I haven't seen her enough to know. Sorry.
Yeah.
I can try to look real quick, but it might take a second.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. I was like, is he wearing it? Because I'll be like so sweet. I don't know.
Where
I don't think that could
was he
fit her
supposed
on
to
Rick's
give her
neck.
his badge?
Yeah, that lady lied.
Huh?
How dare she?
What happened?
The lady
that worked for it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. There's a lady that was working. I don't know what she was doing, but she had said that during the photo shoot, the reason why Rick was holding, or Andy was holding Rick's badge above, anyways, holding it against Michonne was because he gives her his badge, and I didn't see that part, and I'm thinking, did I miss it?
Aww.
No, you did not.
I thought that badge was long gone missing over in the prison. Like I thought they lost everything in the prison.
Carl still got that damn
So-
hat, so.
So I was like, oh, okay.
Maybe they'll do it on the Christmas special if they ever give us a Christmas special.
Okay. So
Are they gonna sing?
back to reality.
You know, I have something. I wanna ask you guys a question. Okay. Really, really quick before we gotta go. But this is really interesting. So Andy, we know he's a method actor and everything. So in his photo shoots and like going all the way back from the very beginning in like Entertainment Weekly, we see him wearing his wedding band, right? But
Mhm.
I would like to think that maybe when he's wearing his wedding band as Rick, because most of the time on Entertainment Weekly, we see him as his character Rick.
Mm-hmm.
And then this photo shoot for the 100th episode, he's not wearing his wedding band. So I'm like, are they in character as Michonne, Rick, Daryl, Maggie, Carol? Okay.
He took
Michonne
it
wearing
off
that
right
wig.
before they went canon. He took it off that episode.
Okay, so
He
he's
hasn't been wearing it for like the
character.
past 2 seasons.
Yeah.
So he's in character when he's doing these photo shoots then. Okay.
Yeah, that's why he
Yeah.
was in a dirty tux and he had that bandage and everything.
Oh, Brickham.
Oh, this is gonna take forever to
Are
find.
we willing to say that maybe Daryl was correct when he told Rick not to
No,
go to the trash? Oh,
I'm just kidding.
Can't give Daryl any
do we
credit.
want to give Daryl any credit because he told him I don't know
Nope.
about that. I'm doing it. Oh, okay. So you walking in, Daryl. I don't know. I love Daryl and him together, but I think he should have still took Rick instead of making Rick walk. I think that was very mean of him.
I don't
uh,
care.
I didn't either. I don't know. I was glad that they went their separate ways because I feel like they,
We didn't have to see Daryl.
well, that too, but I felt like they were still mad at each other.
Who do you guys think would win in a real fight
What?
between Daryl and Rick? Who would win
What do you mean a real fight?
if they had a longer fight, longer than maybe one commercial break? Who would win?
Well, I mean, it's
Daryl would
all
fight
about
Charity.
who the writers favor, and they seem to favor Daryl.
I mean, I don't know. That was dumb. Like, Rick could be eliminated. I didn't like it.
I don't
I'm trying
believe
to
Rick
see if
would
Jordan's
win.
necklace is not coming up.
Well, ladies, I need to get going.
Okay.
Alrighty.
So I guess this is a good point to end the chat.
Alrighty. Till next week.
All right. See y'all next
Bye.
week.
Have a
Hopefully
good
for a
night,
better
guys.
episode.
See you
Have a
next
good one.
week.
Bye.